All right, so today we are going to be just kind of reviewing about what we did the other day with the iPad and GarageBand, making those beats in GarageBand and getting some stuff going. That's what we're going to be doing here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a drum beat. And let's do this. Let's go here. I'm going to click on this here. Click on this one. And instead of having that keyboard sound, let's get the drums and let's get this beat sequencer back in. And we did the beat sequencer, but we were doing stuff with stuff and like other things. And so I didn't really go into how to get these beats into your screen. And if you click on the left, hold on a second, let me stop this. Stop. Over here on the left-hand side is where you can change some different settings. So you can change the row, you can change the kit piece, you can change it from kick drums, like what's the row actually playing, stuff like that. And in here, forward, reverse, ping pong, all these different things. We play. Let's see what that sounds like. I don't even know. Doesn't sound like much. Here we're just going to set that back to forward. And then over here we can set the step length and stuff like that. Now this is if you want the steps to go faster or slower. So right now we're 16th notes. If I put on 8th notes here, see how that's going like half the speed of everything else. This stuff's really cool if you want to mess around with different like lengths of notes and do some like what we call polyrhythms. Polyrhythms are where you have multiple different rhythms happening at the same time and you can get some really cool effects like that. So we're just going to go in here and say, put that back at 16th note, boop, like that. And so we got that there. Let me just hit play on here, down here. Now if I want to bring my velocity in, like that, okay. I'm just going to go ahead and pull the velocities down here. And one way you can get your beat sounding really kind of cool and get some really interesting things going is by messing with your velocity. Using the velocity can really help stuff. And if I hold my finger down, you can see I get a little bit more detail out of it. So I'm going to go in here, go back to my step mode. Leave that for a second there. And what we can do is, if I'm going to turn that off there, I got my play. If I hit my play button, so we got two different places we can play this. If I just wanted to, if I've got some other stuff in my song, and all I want to do is just play this by itself and work on the drum beat, then what I can do is I can hit this power button down here at the bottom. See that power button there? And you notice up top, this is not actually playing up top at all, right? And if I hit play up here, now it's playing up top, and it would play with any kind of other instruments that I've got going on up here, okay? Now, if I want to record this into up here, I record it in. So I hit the record button, literally just let it play. And I can go ahead and put this in. I don't record the stuff in, at least it should, yeah. And now it's playing it through what I just recorded. You can't really see it If I make it bigger though, you can see it in here. So I can go over here and I can say, all right, that's not where I wanted that one to be. I'm gonna move that, whoops. There we go. That's where I wanted that one to be. Yeah, cool. All right, if I want to back out of this, whoops. There we go. So I can move that there, and I can hit done over here. And now it pulls it back up here. So what we're looking at here is up top, we've got, now I've just recorded that in up here. So now I'm going to go ahead and drag in, let's go ahead and get the other drummer, our get our electronic drummer in here. And I'm not going to have any of this. We've already got like the kick drum and stuff. We don't really need another kick drum, so. We can just add in some little bits and pieces in here. This one's got like a little flow to it. Let's see, once we got lights out. Cool. I just keep feeling like that going on right there. So we got these things going on. Whoops. I want that. I want this here. Okay. And so we can, you know, go back and forth. We can see these different screens, whatever we want to look at here. All right, over here. Now let's go ahead and record something in. And I actually went ahead and downloaded some new sounds into my iPad here, so I can check out a few things, because there's a few really cool instruments I remember. That I remembered the other day that I want to show y'all. Oops. So we have this is here. That's not the one I wanted though. Let's see where. Is it? World instruments. Here we go. So you can see here, my world instruments. I've got these: the pipa, the erhu, the koto, and the gucheng. I don't know how to pronounce that one. So the koto is a Japanese instrument. The erhu, I think, is also the Japanese instrument, and this one here is like a koto, but it's the Chinese version of a koto. And the pipa is from somewhere else. I don't remember where. But like for the koto, for example, the way to play it is you can. And you can bend the notes. You can do some kind of cool stuff there. Kilo, you're in John's class, right? I just want to make sure that I'm putting you in the right class. I'm pretty sure you are in John's class. Yeah, cool, that's what I thought. And your real first name is Kilo, or is it something else? Because yesterday John was like, I don't know who that is. I'm like, I'm pretty sure you should know who that is. Or what is your real first name? Because I was like, Kilo V. And he was like, I don't know who that is. I know you were here. Oh, you're John Anthony's. Oh, okay. That's what you get for having a wacky name that you're giving me. All right, John Anthony. That, see, and that's now you, like 3 people have to get involved because you have a weird name that you want to put on the world. I'm down. I'm not like, I'm not hating on it at all, except for, except for now we have to change that. Joanna, yeah, I got you. Joanna S. Yep. I know, he marked you absent. Yeah, I know, I'm not in charge of it. He marked you absent. And he didn't mark you absent for 2 days ago as well? He was like, I don't know who that is. So I'm going to make sure is Kilo V. I'm putting a note here. All right, so it's a lot harder to remember who people are when you don't have the faces in front of you, you know? All right, so, right, so this is a pretty cool, I mean, I think this, I think that's a pretty dope, a dope way to do this, and you can zoom in on the notes. Pretty neat stuff, right? Like this is it's a cool instrument. The other ethnic instruments are like this, where you can actually zoom in and you can play them in a way that's very different from like playing my keyboard. Like I can play the keyboard, right? Here, let me just pull that up in the front of the camera so you can see. So this is actually me, you know, playing the keyboard. Right? But these instruments lend themselves to very different styles of performance on a touch screen like this. So it's pretty neat. And then here, you can pick what kind of scale you want to use. Japanese scale or a minor pentatonic would be kind of a neat one. And I guess there's a way to... So that's pretty cool. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this in. Now, one thing I want to show y'all, can you get that instrument on your computer? I know, right? I mean, what I would do is, it's only in GarageBand, but remember, you can connect the iPad into your computer to run it through something like Ableton Live or whatever. So what I would recommend doing is setting it up as an audio input device and recording it into Logic or Ableton Live or Pro Tools or whatever it is you use, and then just record it in using your iPad, and then just play it from here. And don't worry about MIDI or anything like that. Just go ahead and record audio straight into something. That's what I've done in the past with stuff like this. That's really that I like a lot. So, all right. So you click on this one here to change your scale. And it's hard to see what I'm clicking, but just look at my, so you can see here, right there, it says minor pentatonic. So click on it. And you've got here, you've got chords. Right, you've got notes. And if I go back and forth, you can't just import the beat straight into the DAW, Cairo says. Well, it depends on what you're doing. So, I mean, there's a lot of times when importing the beat straight into the DAW would not be the way you want to go, because what if you made all your beat in your DAW, like in Ableton Live or in Pro Tools or something like that, and all you want is like this harp sound? Then going through putting it into the, like recording it into the iPad and then connecting the iPad up, and well, I mean, it's already connected, but then opening up iTunes and pulling it in and doing all that stuff, that's not like the best way to do it, I don't think. So the answer is yeah, you can just import the beat straight into your DAW, but that's not always the best way to do it. And this is like one thing that's really important is that we're, be thinking outside the box of different ways to do stuff like that. And then Noli says, did you have to get that instrument? Well, you have to download it, but it's free. If you just, here, let me just show you real quick. If you go in here to these and you go to Sound Library and you click on Sound Library, all these in here you can download. And it was just Japanese traditional, Chinese traditional. And so, I mean, you literally just click and it says, it tells you like how big it is and stuff like that. And you hit get. Yeah, it's free. Yep. Yeah, all this stuff. I mean, GarageBand, this stuff's good. I downloaded most of these things to check them out. Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Cool. So, all right, David Henry is here. Sweet. Justin, what's your last initial, Justin? What are you laughing about, Cairo? Oh, the pandas. Yeah, pandas are dope. The pandas. Look at them. They're attacking each other. All right. So, Justin M. Cool. Yeah, it is cute. All right. So that's what you would do anyway. You can get your packs and stuff like that, and then after you've gotten them, you can manage which packs you have in here, all your packs like installed. Oh, and this is like an easier way to actually to check them out. I mean, it doesn't really hurt to just get everything. Although if you're limited on space in your hard drive, you might not want to get everything, but that's up to you. Right. So once you're done getting your packs, you can just hit done there, and yeah. So that's how we can do this. Now, I want to show you all something that's kind of an interesting way to make music. And this is something using the technology, how we know how to use technology and stuff. And so I'm going to show you something that can be some kind of cool stuff with using quantizing and not knowing how to play. So I'm going to go ahead and go back to this, and we're going to record. Now what I can do is I go in here and double click this and go to edit here. And you can see all these notes. Actually, that's not what I wanted to do. Hold on. What I want to do is go in here and quantize these bad boys. Settings, quantizing, and set this to 16th note. So they're all set to 16th notes. And then what that's going to do, because before there's no quantize on them. And let's yeah, cool. So now hit go. Right now it quantized it for me, but what I would do at this point is I would go in here and I'd say, all right, I don't want all this stuff. I just want some of it. So I'm going to go in here and I'm going to split this. Let's just listen to it one more time. I'm going to solo it out, actually. Cool. Okay, so what I want is like right around here somewhere, let's split out number 7 here. Cut that there. I'm going to cut over here number 8. And I'm going to go back down here. I think it was number 3 I liked. Oops, hey. Number 3. Oops, that's not number 3. If I could count, if I could count, it would be a lot better. Also, sitting at these weird angles and not, gosh darn it, and not being able to like just have it like right in front of me is like kind of weird for me. Split. There we go. Split. Boop. I'm going to just delete these. Now let's listen to this. Oops, hey, let's listen to it with all the stuff back on though. Now I can go into this here if I want to mess around with this. Go into it, go to edit. And now I can go in here and I can say, all right, I don't want all these. Let's listen to this. Okay, cool. Let's loop. Okay. And so you can see by double clicking, I can just play a certain part of it that I want. And I'm going to go ahead and adjust the end of these notes here. I don't want them to all be super long. So what I just do is I just do that, or here. And you just go through. And what I would do is I would literally just go through with all these, and let's just delete some of them. Just messing around with these here. And yeah, this is like pretty slow, but at the end of the day, I always say if it's worth doing, it's worth doing right. And I don't want these to be overlapping so much. So, okay, cool. Let's see what happens. Let's mess with the articulation. Plucked, picked, ooh, plucked. That's kind of cool. I didn't know that had that articulation thing in here. I don't know if y'all can see what that says right there. Oops. But if I click on articulation, if you click on it, and you click articulation here, it gives you different ways to play it. That's pretty neat. All right, so hit done when I'm done here. And there is a way to set up a loop. Not that. Sorry. I can't remember what it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one here. I'm going to move it to the beginning. Let's put that right in the beginning like that. And I'm going to have this one loop. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy it. And then put it right here again. Paste. So now I've got that in there. So I can just take this same one that I've got that I like, and I can copy it and I can paste it in. Let's do like that. I'm going to take this and adjust the end of it here. And put it right there, but I'm gonna, here, let's undo that. I'm going to adjust the start points of these. So I have this here. So now if we go back, I'm going to take this one, put it over here like this. Boop. So now, let's just go in here and edit this real quick to make it so they're not. So I don't have that overlap. Sorry, I got to get my fingers sitting down. Also, let me get my pencil out. Maybe the pencil's easier to use for this. Oh, so much easier. I spoke too soon. Cool. No, it doesn't really work too well with chords, but I'm not really trying to do the chords here. What I really wanted to do was kind of get these to be the notes, but then move them around a little bit. And if you hold down and let it sit there for a while, you can drag over certain ones. So now, like that. Cool. So let's say we like that. We put it all together. We like that. We think that's pretty cool. Is there a way to join these? I don't remember. I think there is a way to join them though. Join. Boop. So let me do that one more time so you can see that. So what I've done is I just hold down and I highlight over it. If you don't have the pencil tool, you can use your finger without the pencil. And you just click and drag over it. See how I'm like, if I hold down my finger here, it turns into like a little box and I can highlight things. I go in here like this and click it twice and hit join. And there's join right there, join. And now it joins it together. Now if I wanted to, I could hit loop and I can loop it over. And with this one here, I don't actually want it to do these notes twice. So I go in here. And drag it over. I'm going to use the same notes, but I'm going to do them a little bit less often there. Yeah. Whatever I do in this one's going to do it in the next one because it's set up as a loop. How you can put it together and kind of make it a little bit more nicer. Oh, Hunter, you're here. What's up, Hunter? So yeah, it's pretty relaxing, right? It's pretty chill. Now, since I've got that done there, let's go ahead and put in a bass type of sound. We're going to go over here to the bass. Let's put in synth, guitar. I'll put on my keyboard. Alchemy synth. And in the Alchemy synth, I'm going to go in here and get a different sound. So I'm going to go in here and get bass. And like you can see how this says get more keyboard sounds. This is another place where if I wanted to get more keyboard sounds, I can just hit that button there and it'll pull it up and say, what kind of keyboard sounds do you want to get? And I would just download whatever ones I wanted to get right there. Let's go in here and get bass sounds. And also you can see here on the right hand side of the screen, it says like on the right hand side of these sounds, it says flex and flow. That's the sounds, that's the bass sounds that I got from one of the kits. And you can hear, sounds good. So you got that there. So I can go in. And you can hear I can mess around with the different sounds in there, right? So if I hit play, this bass drum is totally going against this bass drum here. This is actually what I don't really know. Let's change the drum, I think. Hold on, what I'm gonna do is, yeah, I know, right? Yeah, this koto is a minor pentatonic. I guess it's in C. I mean, a minor pentatonic has an F, but I don't feel like they're in the same. I don't know what scale this thing is actually tuned to. And it doesn't say it there. So I'm just going to earball it in a second. We're going to do it in a second. But what I want to do first actually is get rid of this kick drum here because this kick drum's like way too deep. And if I want to put a different bass line in there, I need to kind of change that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that. And before I get too carried away with my things, I'm going to just choose the minor on the bass. Yeah, I'm playing it with my keyboard. That's the reason why. It's because I'm actually playing it with this thing here. But I could totally do it with the keyboard sound in there. But before we do that, hold on, let me just get a kick drum that I like. Let's use this beat sequencer for this one, but we're going to change the kit. Yeah. Just going to record that in real quick. Cool. So I got that there. And what I'm going to do is get rid of you and drag you over and then double click you and hit loop and then, hey, ooh. Lame. Now loop. Nope. That's not how that works, huh? Okay, fine. I'm going to do a split. There we go. That's how we do that. Cool. Pull this up here. So now I've got sorry. Hold on, let me do this too. Let me get rid of you. these bad boys here. Delete. Cool. There we go. So we got this one here, put the scale in here, so we have the same scale, minor pentatonic. And I feel like that, let's stop there for a second. I feel like that one, and again, I don't remember how to change the glissando scroll. I'm just going to play these with regular keys, actually, because I don't remember how to change which pitch it has. Yeah, I know, but I don't remember where to hit the starting pitch. And if I start with the pentatonic, it's giving me C. But what I don't remember, don't remember is, where's this? Yeah, you can change the note of the scale starts on by changing the song key. Oh, you got to do it in the song. Well, that's going to throw off my other one. Yeah, no, we're not going to worry about that right now. Okay, we're just going to do this. There we go, that's fine, that's fine. So now I go over here, hit record. Settings, change my quantize. And now, you hear how I just kind of was like messing around there. I just kind of playing whatever, and it didn't sound so great at the time. But what I can do now is I go in here and grab my split and grab this. Is that right? Yeah, that was right. Maybe over here, boop, like that. Let's listen to this. Right? And that sounds pretty good, so we're just going to delete these ones, delete this one here, move this one over there like that, boop. Turn on my loop, and there we go. And that's, you know, that's like a nice little start to a thing, and you got some pretty cool sounds and stuff in there. It's not a bad way to work on ideas for songs and stuff like that. And then what you can do is you can drag this in to GarageBand on your computer, which I don't think I have on here anymore. I think I took it off. Let's just see what I got. I do have it. Cool. Yeah. So, yeah, where are we? 55, 255. All right. So what I want to have happen now is, does anybody here not have their iPad? Who does not have an iPad? Let's just get these over here like this. There we go. Give me a shout it out if you don't have your iPad. You don't have yours with you. Gave it to your daughter in Seattle. Okay. I don't, but I have to graduate. Okay, wait. Hold on. Wait. Yeah. Let's do like this. Hold on. Wait 1 second. Let me rephrase that question. I think I asked the wrong question. Who in here doesn't have anything with which they can make like a beat with? So if you have a computer that's got something, like I know that Jerry, you've got obviously computers that you can make beats with, so you're good. Noli, I think you do too, right? It's your tray. Well, I don't know what that means. So basically what I want to do is during this next, I would say hour, maybe 45 minutes. I'm not really sure how long it's going to take y'all to do this. Let's do a half hour and we'll check in. I want y'all to work on making a beat. So what you do is we're going to take a break now for like 10 minutes. And then at like 3:40 or 3:30 or 3:40, I want you to have like a little 4-bar beat done. Now, what you're going to do with this, if you're using, here, let me show you how you would turn this in. Oh, you just finished yours. Dope. Well, you still have to wait for a half hour while everybody else catches up. But what we would do is I've got this here, and let me just put this back on my desktop, my iPad. Up here in the left-hand corner, you've got this little looks like a little sheet of paper, document sign. So we click on that, and we can hold down my finger on here, and I'm going to say rename, and I'm going to name this one harp beat, and put your name in it, right? Not happy beat, harpy beat. I'm going to put my name, Tony G, like that. So you see how it's got my name here, and it says Tony G, harpy beat. This is how I want you to do it. So I'm going to put it right in here. So like name dash song title, like that. Right, so Tony G, harpy beat. That's how I want it to be named. And then what you're going to do is, basically we're just making a beat. Just making a beat. And if you have a computer, you can make a beat on your computer. If you have an iPad, you can make the beat on your iPad. But I want your beat to be kind of like mine, where it's got drums, you've got a bass line, and a synth. So at least 3 tracks, but it's going to have drums. And I don't care, like if you do your drums like I do my drums, when is it due? It's due right now. I want you to work on this right now. This is not like this is like something for us to work on kind of in class right now. All right. Yeah. So what you're going to do is you're going to, and actually, hold on, let me just stop recording because this does not need to be in the recording.